G'day, Mick again. Saw a message there, someone asking about quail, and happy to oblige because I've kept these little fellas since I was a kid. These ones here, these are King Quail, or also known as Chinese Painted Quail, I think, but in Australia they're known as King Quail. They're great for in the aviary. You know, I'm just crawling my hands and knees, rounding them all up. Pretty much with these guys, very simple. They need a little bit of cover because they are a quail. They'll form their little tunnels through the hay and whatever you can give them for cover. The male is, you know, the dead giveaway. He's a beautiful little bird. He's like a little miniature pheasant. They're quite an ornamental bird and they're popular all throughout the world. Dead easy to breed. Just give them what they need. So basically just a dry seed mix. A lot of the time if you're in a big aviary, just sprinkling off the seeds, you know, off the seed dishes is enough to feed them. They like a bit of cover, so there you store a bit of tin. That's just like an old rusty bucket, a bit of grass under it, and they'll nest under things like that, where they can just, you know, and they'll nest on the bare dirt if there's nothing available, but they do appreciate some cover, and the hens will reach over and pull the grass over them, and they're quite well concealed. She'll lay eggs all over the place, usually, and then she'll sort of, when she gets sort of clucky, she'll round them all up. If you're keeping large quantities of them in an enclosure, you may have some troubles with the young males that are sort of still colouring up, and the young chicks that come out of nowhere scare the bejesus out of them. Sometimes I'll kill them. But if you've got a lot of mature males and a few females around, everyone sort of knows each other pretty intimately, so whenever chicks appear, everyone pitches in. So hens become aunties and cockbirds become uncles, and you know, you might have 3 or 4 cockbirds that, you know, as far as they're concerned, these chicks are theirs. And they make great parents, they really do. They appreciate the live food. With the little ones especially, it gives them a rocket start at the start. You know, if you can compare, like a day-old chick, you start them on just a seed and mash mix, or if they get white ants and mealworms, within a week, the chicks getting live food is double the size of the ones, you know, of the other ones on the other diet, and that gives them a much better head start because they are susceptible to cold. And if it is a young parent, she might do an ordinary job, but if there's plenty of aunties around, they'll be all right, and uncles. So they get along with everybody. You'll never see a quail. Well, I've never seen one of the quail attack a finch or fight another finch. They're very docile. They get along with everybody. They do like to keep the insects down the bottom of the aviary, which is good. You know, things like you know cockroaches and things like that that can sort of spread worms for your birds. But they're not really there for that. I just love to look at them. They're a beautiful little bird. They do sometimes get a fright and they'll fly straight up and hit into the roof of the aviary, but that's rare. In my experience, it's pretty rare. You know, if they've got plenty of cover, they're going to run for cover before they take flight. You'll see them hover in the air every now and then, just exercise their wings because they can fly. But apart from that, same again. Once again with the King Quail, it's pretty hard to get pure birds. It's almost unheard of again. So you can see there, there's a silver one. I've got a bunch of them that have appeared out of nowhere, and they're all females, so I'm guessing it's sex-linked. The chicks, when they first hatch, they're minuscule. They'll run through budgie mesh. You know, they're very tiny. They'll squeeze through all your different meshes. So I just use mouse-proof mesh, and along the bottom I have a rat wall anyway. So, but they're feisty, and they're full of life, and the parents once again take really good care of them. You know. And that's pretty much it with these guys. Just enjoy watching them for a bit. You can see, like I said, they get along with all the birds. There's a female firefinch in the background just hopping around, oblivious to it, you know, so they get along with everybody. Give them a bit of cover, and just a basic diet of seed, and fresh water, of course, all the time. It's a bit tricky with the chicks, but I suspect that the parents soak themselves in water and feed the young ones. Oh, you know, the chicks pull water out of their feathers, because I have seen the hens squat in the water, but I don't know, because sometimes I wonder how these chicks are getting water. But it hasn't been an issue. I haven't lost any for that reason. I'll usually lose them for, you know, to the climate, to exposure. Now, as you can see there's a couple of my uncles looking after chicks. Everyone's happy to take their time and look after all the young ones. So, yep, there's more to come, and thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please hit subscribe. Thanks again, see ya.